Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning, Mrs. Watson.
So let's look at our sight words. We have the, are, like, so, we, to, have, go, me, is, my, be, love, going, you, has, yes, and no. Now we could put these words in our brains so when we're reading, these are the words we see come up a lot. Today, for our word family endings, we're going to do E, T, et. All the et words. So we'll be putting letters in front of the ending et and coming up with some words. So this is our flip chart. Let's sound it out. B-et. I bet you can do it. Wet, when you get wet with water. Vet, a vet is an animal doctor. Set, when you set it on the table. Pet, you pet it, or a pet, that's your animal, a dog or a cat. Met, we all met each other here today. We have net, and I brought some nets for later. Jet, you fly on a jet. Get, when you go to the store, you get food or get groceries. Let, if your mommy lets you play at your friend's house or lets you do something. So that is all our et words. And today, I want to talk to you about this one first. Everyone say P, E, T. Pet. And I'm going to draw a little kitty. And this little kitty's very sad because he has an owie. And when your pet has an owie, what do we do with them?
We gotta go to the doctor.
Yeah, what's the doctor's name for animals?
Vet.
A vet. So we're going to also write vet. Everyone say V, E, T. And the vet is an animal doctor. And he has this flashlight on his head. And he's a nice man, but the pets maybe don't like him. He's like, I'm here to help you, pet. And in his hand, he has a great, big, long shot that he's going to give the little pet. And the pet's like, no, don't touch me. So pet and vet. And I want to talk first about our pet going to the vet. And I brought with me a little doctor's kit with the word vet on it because my little giraffe got really sick and we have to take Giraffe to the vet. You guys are going to be the vet. And after you check them out, you see those letter boxes? We have to put the instruments in the right box. So Skylar, come up here. You're going to check his heart. So stand up here. You're the vet. Put that on your ears. Go ahead and press the button. He's coughing. There's his heart. Do you hear his heart beeping? Bum, 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 bum. All right, he has a heart. Good, that goes in the H. We have his heart. Let's check it with the light. Packer, light. What are you going to check it for the light? With his ears. Good. You know how to be a vet. Check his eyeballs. Do you see anything in there? Checking his mouth. Oh, any buggies? Do you see any buggies?
No.
Okay, good. You checked it out. Put that in the L. Now we need to check his blood pressure. Everyone clap. The vet made him better. I'm just going to let him rest with his little Band-Aids on. But let's see if you guys got all the things right. We got M for mirror, S for shot, T for temperature, H for heart, O for operate, P for pressure, and L for light. Wow, you guys got all of them. And I would like to read a story today. And it has an et word. It is, can everyone say W-E-T? Wet. So when you have water fall on you in the bathtub or rain, you get wet. Does it hurt to get wet? No. So wet has an et, vet has an et, pet has an et. And we're going to read a story today about a little girl who does not like to get wet. This is called Mrs. Piggle-Wiggles Won't Take a Bath Cure by Betty McDonald. Let's see. Miss Piggle-Wiggle lives in our town. She has brown sparkly eyes and brown hair. She usually wears it on her head. She has a dog called Wag and a cat called Lightfoot, and she lives in an upside-down silly house. All the children love Miss Piggle-Wiggle, and Miss Piggle-Wiggle loves them. She's always ready to stop what she's doing and have a tea party or dig for worms. Miss Piggle-Wiggle naturally understands children, which is why, of course, all the parents call Mrs. Piggle-Wiggle when their children are being difficult. Miss Piggle-Wiggle always knows exactly what to do, which can help cure a children's bad habit, like not taking a bath or getting wet. Up to this time of story, Patsy was a nice little girl. But one morning, Patsy's mother filled the bathtub with nice, warm, wet water and called Patsy to come in and take her bath. But when Patsy saw the nice, warm tub of water, she began to scream and yell and kick and howl like a wild animal. No! Naturally, her mother was surprised to see her little girl acting so strange. But she said, "Now, Patsy, stop this nonsense and jump in the bathtub." Patsy ran away from the bathroom yelling, No, I won't take a bath. I will never take a bath. I don't want to get wet, and I hate baths." Patsy's mother let the water out of the tub and went down to the telephone. She called up Mrs. Piggle-Wiggle. "Hello, Mrs. Piggle-Wiggle. This is Patsy's mother, and I'm having such a hard morning because Patsy will not take a bath or get wet." Ew, and look, she's all muddy. Do you think she needs to take a bath? Yeah. Miss Piggle-Wiggle said, "Well, I'd say the radish cure is the quickest and most long-lasting. All you have to do is buy a package of seeds. Let Patsy alone, and when she has an inch of black dirt all over, plant the seeds in her and just wait." The next morning, Patsy's mother didn't say one word to Patsy about taking a bath or getting wet. So Patsy was sweet and didn't act like a wild animal, and the next day was the same. But when Sunday came, Patsy was a rather darkish, blackish color. Her mother suggested she stay home from church, because can she go to church all dirty like that? At the end of the third week, Patsy skipped out to get the mail. The postman, on seeing her scraggly, uncombed, dust-caked hair and the layer of dirt on her face, he gave a terrified yell, "Ah!" and fell off the porch. Is she scary looking? Yeah. Patsy's parents decided to keep Patsy inside after that. Patsy seemed quite happy. Of course, it's hard to tell how Patsy felt because her face was all caked with dirt and she couldn't even smile. And she said she could not talk like, "I'm Patsy and I'm never going to take a bath." And she had to take teeny tiny bites of food because her mouth couldn't open up wider than a crack. At last, the day was ready when Patsy was ready to plant. That night, when she was asleep, her mommy and father tiptoed into the room and gently pressed little seeds onto the dirt on her hands and arms. Some days later, Patsy woke up one morning, and there on the back of her hands and her arms were green leaves growing out of her. She jumped out of bed, ran down the stairs to her mother and father were eating. Look at my hands! Help! Her mother went over to Patsy, took a firm hold of one of the plants, and pulled it out. It was a little radish. Her mommy showed her the little radish that she'd pulled out of her. Ah! Patsy said, "Now I want to take a bath. I'll get wet. "What did you say, dear?" said her mother. "Please, I want to take a bath." "Okay," said Patsy's mother, "I think it better be a shower." So without any arguing, she went upstairs, turned on the warm water, and finally got wet and scrubbed herself. Patsy was in the shower all that day. She used up 2 whole bars of soap. She didn't come out for lunch, but when her father came home for dinner, there she was, waiting for him at the door, clean and smiling, and in her hand she had a plate of red radishes. Where did those come from? Ew. Are you guys afraid to get wet? No. Because wet helps us get clean, huh? Well, I brought some puddles, and I'm going to put them on the ground, and then I also brought some things to get wet. And this is just a little squirt. It won't hurt us. It's like a little mist. So when I bang my drum, that's the only time I want the person holding it to just give a little squirt, one little squirt, and whoever's by their puddle that they're guarding, they get to be the one holding it. So over here, I have Michaela sitting here. She's going to be guarding this puddle, and when I bang my drum, whoever's close to that puddle, Michaela will give them a little squirt, squirt. We'll be jumping over the puddles. If you're not getting people wet, you're jumping. Okay, you're going to jump over the puddle. Jump, jump. Let's jump over the mud. Let's jump over the mud. I bet you'll get wet if you fall into the mud. W-E-T, wet. W-E-T, wet. Don't get wet when you fall inside the mud. Freeze! Get someone. Who'd you get? Squirt up. You can get Thea, Mahina. Get her. Get a little bit closer, Thea. A little bit closer. And wet. Get her wet. Okay, did you get anyone, Michaelia? All right, Pai Pai, who did you get? Okay, Lottie, give to Pai Pai. And let's have Michaelia maybe give to Oakley, so we can have someone else have a turn. And Thea, you're kind of close to Mahina's one. Let's give Thea your one, Mahina. All right, we have some new friends with the wet bottles to squirt. Let's jump over the mud. Let's jump over the mud. I bet you'll get wet if you fall inside the mud. W-E-T, wet. W-E-T, wet. Don't get wet when you fall inside the mud. Freeze! Get someone. Oh, we got Skylar. We got Ty. And we're going to stop there. Stay in the circle, but bring me all the squirt bottles and the mud. I want to spell another word that has a et. Everyone say N-E-T. Net. Net. And I actually brought some nets because we can catch things in the net. What kind of things can we catch in a net? Fish, bugs, butterflies, lots of things. So my net, standing on the sun. Can I have Pai Pai with a net? And let's have Michaelia with the net. And let's have Mahina with the net. All right, you three on the sun. What would you like to catch in your net?
Butterflies.
Oh, they all said butterflies. So stand up. The rest of you are butterflies. Fly your arm. You are a butterfly. Shoo, butterfly, don't bother me. Shoo, butterfly, don't bother me. Shoo, butterfly, don't bother me. Show you what I like to be. I fly, I fly. I am a beautiful butterfly. I fly, I fly. I am a beautiful butterfly. Fly, fly, fly. Fly, butterfly, fly. But watch out for the net. N-E-T, net. Who did you get with your net? Get a net. You got Thea, you got Oakley, you got Ty. And back to our spot, sitting nicely. I'll take all the nets. Thank you. So, if you can look up here, because there's one more ET word that I would like to talk about and spell on the board. Everyone say J-E-T. What's a J-E-T?
Jet.
Ooh, it's a jet. So here is my jet. Lots of smoke coming out. Here's some windows. There's this other jet. So you guys, I have a jet that we're going to pretend to fly. And on it, it says the word J-E-T, jet. And we're going to be lining up on this black line. And when I say jet, you're going to fly it, you see, to the skunks. You're going to try and hit the skunks. We'll do a practice round, and then we'll do the real one. When I spell jet, you're going to fly it to the skunks and try and hit the skunks. J-E-T, jet! Ooh, okay, go get it. We're going to do it one more time. I think one person got it, but we want to try again. Line up on the black line. This is the real one now with your J-E-T, jet. Are you ready? J-E-T, jet! Ooh, a bunch of you got it that time. All right, looking this way, I have some word sliders, and then we're going to do our chart. So some of you are so good at, all of you actually are good at sounding out words. Let's do it together. Box. A box. What about cup? A cup. A cup. Nut. A nut. Net. Hey, we did a net. Just that little word in the little letter in the middle can change it from nut to net. Pen. We did pen yesterday. And let's sound out one more. Log. Log. Well, I did the Og family one day too. You guys are getting so good at sounding out. So today I brought a poster of all my et things. Can I have Michaelia come up here and read one? Which one do you know?
Wet.
Wet. Ooh, the shirt is wet. Got to dry. Got really wet. Packer. Which one do you know, Packer? Which one?
Jet.
Ooh, that's a nice jet. That's a good picture. Okay, Ty, which one do you think you can read for us? Which one? Vet. It is a vet. Mahina, come on up here. Which one do you think you could read for us?
I can read this.
What does it say?
Pet. Pets.
Oh, they got two pets, a doggy and a kitty. Skylar, which one could you read for us?
Met.
Oh, they met each other. They're shaking hands. And Kaylani, what is this one? Net. There's our net. We did that one. Let's read all the et words. Met, jet, pet, net, vet, and wet. Now put them in your memory because I'm going to hide them again. And your brain is so amazing. It can memorize these words. Then when you see the same word when you're reading it, you'll remember like, oh, I remember that. That's the et family. I can sound that out again. So looking up at our board, we have a few minutes where I'm going to call some friends up to write a et word. We'll take turns. Met. Met. Good. M-E-T. Everyone clap for them. And Oakley, keep going. You can keep going. You're almost done. E-T. All right, go give to a friend. Put on your thinking cap and think for me of a sentence using at least two of either jet, net, wet, vet, or pet. Who has a good sentence we could write? Mahina? Oh, I like that. Do you want the pet to get wet or the pet to go to the vet? Because we can use two of them.
The vet.
Helps your pet?
Yeah.
Okay, the vet helps the pet. Everyone say T-H-E. The, now spell vet. V-E-T. Helps is H-E-L-P-S. Helps. My, M-Y, and now spell pet. E-T. With a period. Let's read it. The vet helps my pet. Tell me when to stop when I get to an et word. Vet. And pet. How many did we use? Yeah, and you can make up your own sentence. If you don't want the vet helps my pet, you can say the pet gets wet. You can make rain coming on the pet. Or the jet gets wet, a big storm, and the jet is getting wet. Or you could do anything. Or the pet's in the net. You can make any sentence you want to make. Everyone say color, cut, and glue. There we have et. Color the jet, the pet, and the net. Cut it out. Where does the N go? Net. Where does the J go?
Jet.
Where does the P go?
Pet.
And write your sentence or words. Everyone look at our friends at home and say, bye, friends.